Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Just Naughty, and today I'm going to be telling you guys about my client's 2-month update on her sisterlocs. Now this clip that I'm showing you guys right now is from when she first had her sisterlocs in. So everything that you're looking at right now is fresh. Initially she had 407 twists in her hair. I kind of followed the same method throughout her entire head. And this is what we got. This is what her grid looked like when we first started. I made sure I matched everything up horizontally and vertically. Now, before we get to the fun details, we're gonna go ahead and start off by washing her hair. This will be her first wash day from her initial install of her sisterlocs. Today does mark the 2nd month since she's had her hair last washed, so I'm gonna make sure I give her hair that extra TLC that it deserves. I'm gonna start off by washing her hair with Shea Moisture's shampoo. I did have to wash her hair twice since the first time it did not lather up. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, it has been 2 months since her last washed. So of course I didn't expect for it to lather the first time, but here it goes the second time doing what it's supposed to do. I made sure when I was washing her hair that I went in with the tips of my fingers and not my nails. I definitely made sure that I got up any gunk or dirt that was still in her hair. Next, I'm going to apply Shea Moisture's conditioner onto her hair. I did apply a generous amount of conditioner onto her hair to help her hair get that soft feel that it initially had. Now that we're done washing her hair, we can go on to the details of what changed. This is what her hair looks like 2 months post installation. As you guys can tell, her roots are a little bit frizzy, so they have outgrown. And her hair is feeling a little bit springy since I've washed it, which is okay because she has a fine texture. Her ends are pretty curly, and if you guys take a closer look at those 2-strand twists, they're still small but juicy. Now I don't know if you guys remember, but initially I wanted to interlock her hair instead of 2-strand twisting it. Well, since I didn't do it the first time around, this is kind of what happened to her kitchen. All of the braids that were in the back unraveled, leaving this little bush in the back. I did end up interlocking the back of her hair using this mini crochet needle. Now I'm not going to show you guys how I used it right now, only because I do have a video on how I interlocked the back of her hair if you'd like to see it. But right now I am going to show you guys what I did do before I interlocked the back of her hair. I braided it once again, and then I used the crochet needle to tighten up the roots. Now when you interlock the roots, it's not going to go anywhere, nor is it going to unravel. This is what it looks like when I got done interlocking that section. If you guys take a good look at the roots, it's not as frizzy as the new growth, and being that I interlocked them, they will not unravel. And this is what it looks like when I got done interlocking the other section. I did use 2 different methods, one for the nape area and one for the rest of the hair. I didn't have to manipulate the 2-strand twist. I'm gonna let that kind of lock on its own. The next thing that I did notice is that her 2-strand twist did unravel on the sides. The sides of her hair, they are naturally thin, so without interlocking them, they were kind of destined to unravel. She did have her hair put up for the majority of the 2 months only because she didn't want to keep her hands in them. But they did unravel even though she kept them put up. So my best option for you guys is to interlock your hair to begin with. 2-strand twisting them is not enough, even though there are people out there who are able to grow their hair from just 2-strand twists. She did also let me know that she was experiencing a little bit of itching, and that's pretty much common if you're in a sister locking your hair and you don't want to use products. I know a lot of people who grow their sister locks or their micro locks, they don't like using any kind of products. So she did not use any kind of products on her hair. So I'm sure her scalp was pretty dry, and that's what contributed to the itching. If you'd like to apply product to your hair, then you can. You don't have to follow the next person because they decide not to. It is best to not use that much product if you are going to apply product, and if you do, try to use something that's not too heavy. Sister locks are pretty small, so when you get something in them, you do have to work twice as hard to get it out because it's small and there's so many of them. Another bit of advice is to not go past your second month when it comes to interlocking your hair. It's best to get your hair interlocked anywhere from 4 to 8 weeks. The longer you go, that's the longer you're gonna have to sit down and get your hair done, because if you think about it, the longer you wait, that's the more new growth that you have. And so the person who's interlocking your hair has to stand at that same strand a little bit longer than expected. Also, the longer that you wait, it also means that there's a possibility that your sister locks will start combining. Sister locks are a low maintenance hairstyle, but when you actually maintain it, it is a long sitting, so meaning you don't have to do much to your sister locks, but when it's time for you to get it done, meaning interlocked or twisted, then it is a long process. The needle that you guys see in this clip is one of the many interlocking needles that they have out there. If you guys would like, I can do a separate video on majority of the tools that we use for interlocking. But I do have a video on this interlocking needle and exactly what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to go into details about that, only because, as I mentioned, I do have another video on it. So you guys can take a look at that. I will try to update you guys every time that I interlock her hair. This is going to be a lengthy process. It's going to be a long journey for as long as she keeps it. This is the end of my video, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys would like me to make a separate video of any topic dealing with sister locks, let me know. I'll make it happen. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, go ahead and leave it a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe on your way out. I'll see you guys next time.